Well, the mid-90s were a roller coaster for wrestling, weren't they? WCW were coming up and beginning to kick ass in the ratings, and WWF were, well, doing things, I guess. And this was when arguably one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time came along. King of the Ring 1995. In the running for the worst WWF pay-per-view in history, I've yet to review one worse, though I can recall a worse WCW one. Nothing on this show is redeemable. The nonsensical booking, the boring matches, and the painfully boring main event all were horrible. Everyone in attendance deserved a refund and to have the show wiped from their memory. It's often been dubbed the worst pay-per-view ever, over December to Dismember. In a time where Vince McMahon's fetish for big guys took over talent, so we had worthless scumbags pushed to the moon, while the others who were over and actually good in the ring remained dormant. Thank God those days are behind us. And it all starts with this lady with the craziest eyes ever, before a King of the Ring qualifying match on the pre-show with Erwin R. Shyster taking on Savio Vega. And I sure hope you like Savio Vega, because you're going to see him a lot. There's not much to say about the match, except we literally cut to the Spanish commentators and completely miss an entire spot because the production team are geniuses. Savio gets his foot up at one point and IRS oversells it like hell. He does get a nice spinning heel kick on him for the win, but it's a pretty big nothing match. Call it half a star. Man, it feels so weird seeing Vince with black hair. I swear the man's been old for like 80 years. But I respect how optimistic he is about the show so far.
The tremendous tag team matchup here tonight. The WWF title holder, Big Daddy Cool Diesel, Bad Elbow and all, teaming up with Bam Bam against Psycho Sid and Tatanka. What a tag team matchup.
Oh, Vince. They also try so damn hard to sell a fucking kiss my foot match. Oh, and there's a couple of jesters who just stand there to open the door for everyone all night long. That's the Hardy Boys. No, seriously. That's actually the Hardy Boys. How sad. They look so miserable during it too, you gotta feel for them. So now the official pay-per-view begins. We get the quarterfinals of the tournament with the totally Japanese Yokozuna taking on Savio Vega, which is weird because from our point of view, he's now wrestling back to back. The thing is, they keep going hard on Vega, so the way it's all booked with him qualifying on the night and then having to win so many times on the same show, you'd think he was gonna win. This was booked by a chimpanzee. On cocaine. Drunk, blindfolded, dosed up on heroin. There is a part where he misses a spinning heel kick, which actually does look pretty funny. But Yoko gets exhausted so damn quickly it's embarrassing. Then he spits everywhere for some reason. The crowd are dead, but I guess they do wake up as he chucks Savio out of the ring. The thing is, Yoko is a good worker. He sells his ass off for Savio. The problem is, he can just barely move. There's a nice spinning kick before Owen Hart interferes and causes a count out, but the match itself just isn't good. It gets 1 star. As explained, Jerry Lawler has a damn kiss my foot match with Bret Hart, and he really tries to sell it, but it's just ridiculous. Who thought this was a good idea? It's a kiss my foot match. Next up, we get the next quarterfinals with the Roadie against Sparky Plug. Yeah, forget the real stars. We got fucking Sparky Plug. The match isn't anything special, but to be honest, they do try, and the crowd are surprisingly really into it. Roadie hits a nice power bomb, but
back to the dressing room after you've won. You need to cover.
Jesus Christ. The match does pick up a little bit, and Holly does show some nice athleticism, but the finish is so weird. I mean, Holly clearly kicks out, but yet the match just ends. He clearly kicked out of that. The referee obviously just wanted it over with just as quickly as we did. It's just a nothing match. 2 stars. This show sucks. Next up is the quarterfinals between Shawn Michaels and the Karma. This is the problem. Listen to how over Shawn Michaels was.
No, but look at this. Look at the agility of Shawn Michaels.
He was so over with the crowd, it was unreal, and yet this is his only match of the night. I would love to have known what was going through Vince's mind. Shawn Michaels? Nah, fuck that. Give me a big fat dude. Even Ted DiBiase looks bored senseless ringside. There's a nice flip to a pin, even if this crossbody looks slightly botched. It ends with Shawn actually getting a 3 count, but it's just outside of the time limit for a draw, which admittedly is an alright spot. But why did Shawn not just win the damn thing? 2.5 stars, I guess. It does pick up. It's alright. And honestly, who can have a bad match with Shawn Michaels? Wait. What the hell is this kid doing on the right? We get a random presidential campaign from Mr. Backlund. At least he's entertaining, I suppose. And then we get Mabel against The Undertaker. Yeah, you see how over Taker is as well? That obviously means he can lose this one! I mean, sure, okay, it'd be a bit weird to see The Undertaker with a crown on his head, but still!
Mabel set up by The Undertaker to the rope, no. Mabel puts on the brakes and drives.
I don't think Mabel even knows what he did just there. He kind of just falls forward. And then he even nearly botches a clothesline. He even knocks the dead man back out of the ring and still manages to fuck it up. What the hell are they doing? Look at the fans in the front row. No appreciation. How can you not care about Mabel? It's Mabel! The referee gets taken out and Taker grabs him by the throat and he spits for some reason for a choke slam before Papa Shango interferes for Mabel to get the lame finish. Yeah, not just anyone can get a shit match out of The Undertaker, but Mabel can. 1 star! So then we get a segment and... Jesus Christ, Bret Hart actually smiled! Fucking hell, it's a miracle! And then we get Bill Murray. No idea if it's the real Bill Murray, but if it is, are you telling me he wouldn't do Ghostbusters 3 for so long, but he'll fucking do King of the Ring 95? So then we get Savio Vega carrying an American flag for some reason, despite being Puerto Rican, taking on the roadie. The problem with the show is that the matches are just boring. There's nothing to say. There's a nice boot to Roddy's face, which looks quite nasty, but that's it. Jeff Jarrett gets taken out, and then Savio gets a roll-up for the win. This is the problem. Every match is filler. 1.5 stars. I mean, I, for one, am disappointed. My pick was definitely the roadie to win the King of the Ring.
Yeah, the fans are happy.
No, Vince, they're really not. Look at who you got in the finals. It's Mabel versus Savio Vega. Listen to the crowd, listen to who they react to. You ignored all of that and put them in it. So we get Michael Hayes giving a fake translation to the Spanish announcers, which is a little funny but low-key racist. But he does have his moments.
Yeah, when he takes that boot off, I'm going to the back.
We then get Mr. Awkward on the mic before the Kiss My Foot match. Yeah, Bret Hart went from main eventing WrestleMania to a fucking Kiss My Foot match with a child rapist. It doesn't take long for the fans to fat shame Lawler with Burger King chants, and they are actually really into it. I'll give Lawler this much, he is a very good heel. I feel bad for Bret though, he really is trying, but Lawler just keeps fucking it up. Before making him tap out, I mean, 2 stars, it's short and sweet I guess, there's nothing to it. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. I mean, considering Bret's hatred for the Attitude Era and the more grotesque storylines, agreeing to this must have really made him feel dead inside.
I wonder if Bret's toes tasted like chicken.
The creator of a multi-billion-dollar corporation just said those words. Oh yeah, show us the previous King of the Ring winners to make us more depressed. Bret Hart, Owen Hart, and then fucking Mabel or Savio Vega. But even Mabel looks bored. Oh, I've got a match, I suppose. It's literally Savio Vega's 4th match of the night and nobody gives a shit. So there's a nice slam on him, I guess, and then he starts hugging him for some reason. The hell is he doing? And it lasts like 2 minutes. What the hell? There's another nice slam. Man, this whole show is shit. But don't take my word for it. Just listen to these enthusiastic fans watching the King of the Ring from 1995. One of the most prestigious pay-per-views of the year.
With a series of crushing blows. Look at this. Driving. It's 568 pounds. Listen to this.
There's a spinning heel kick for a near fall, followed by a slam for another, and then a splash, and... yeah, we've got King Mabel. This match is like 1.5 stars if I'm feeling nice. It's fucking awful! The thing is, talents like Shawn Michaels or The Undertaker were being pushed to one side, so Vince's boner for larger guys could continue. He shoved Mabel to the top to win King of the Ring, and then he would get a title shot, lose, just to be released a few months later anyway. So all of this pile of dog shit, completely pointless. Razor Ramon shows up and nearly dies, followed by the 1-2-3 Kid. What the fuck is he gonna do? They try to speak during the coronation, but nobody has any respect for the legend that is Mo. Nobody gives a shit that Mabel is king, but at least respect Mo! There are a few names in this industry that will go down as true icons and legends. Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Mo. I love how ridiculous he looks standing there holding a sword. We then see Jerry Lawler vomiting because he saw a woman over the age of consent before a weird close-up of Sid's face for some reason. He looks so dead inside. They're literally just killing time at this point before the main event. It's Diesel and Bam Bam Bigelow against Psycho Sid and Tatanka. Yeah, Tatanka's in the main event of a WWE pay-per-view. Diesel was actually WWF champion at the time, but he was slightly injured, so they decided to put him in a tag match to reduce his time in the ring and reduce the chance of increasing the injury. I just hope he takes it easy walking. Gotta protect those quads, Kev. In fact, I say that as a joke, but he genuinely looks like he is struggling to walk. But what the hell is Bam Bam wearing? He looks like a Power Rangers villain. Or if Cartman was trying to be a wrestler. It doesn't take long for the shit to hit the fans. That looked awful. Bigelow takes down Sid, which looks alright, followed by a diving headbutt. Although Hebner clearly doesn't see the tag here and still counts the pin. These referees really like to pick and choose when the tag matters, don't they? Bam Bam is in most of the match to protect Diesel, but it's just boring. Tatanka hits a nice DDT, and I feel bad because Bigelow was such a good worker, but the match is just dead. Imagine paying to see this live. Even a jackknife looks shit, but Nash is so sadistic he keeps the match going. Before Sid's even had enough and leaves, so he has to end the match. What a shitty finish to a shitty one-star match to end a shitty pay-per-view. It's awful, and yes, worse than December to Dismember. The booking is horrendous, the matches are boring, there's not enough Mo, it's just dreadful, and honestly, it being listed as one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time is certainly fucking warranted. Now I can breathe.
More coming for 95. I'm not done.